Hey there, back again for more systems thinking, how to use systems thinking in your business. We're going to talk through some things today around one of the questions I get asked, probably one of the top three, I would say, questions that I get asked working with folks is, hey, Brian, when do I use systems thinking? When do I use this stuff that I'm learning? And I want to go through and talk to you about that answer. Before we get into that, let me just cover quickly what a system is and what systems thinking is, just to make sure we're all speaking the same language and that you understand exactly how I'm thinking about this and coming at this. So when we talk about what a system is, let me define that first. A system is a way you get something done. Okay, it's as simple as that. It's a collection of people, processes, and technology that do something for you in your business. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're doing something, you've got a system for how that gets done. Okay. So that is a system. When we talk about systems thinking is really about a collection of mental models and tools that allow you to think about your business in systems and improve the systems that you have, whether you want more money, more time, whether you need to save costs or scale your business. Systems thinking allows you to think about your business and systems and then make improvements to those systems. Okay, so with that definition, the question is, when do I use systems thinking in my business? Now, the short answer is always. You should always be thinking about your business and systems. And no matter what situation you find yourself in, if you need to think through something about your business, systems thinking is a way that you can do that and benefit from that. So I know the answer always isn't super helpful. So let's talk through a little bit when, more specifically, you might be able to apply systems thinking. So we'll talk through a few different scenarios, a few different examples of where systems thinking can actually help you depending on what it is you're trying to accomplish. Now, the first one that I want to go to is anytime you need to solve a problem. Okay. And as you've heard me say before, systems thinking applies anywhere in your business, not to just a particular part, whether it's sales, marketing, accounting, product delivery, product development, human resources. Doesn't matter where it is. If you're trying to solve a problem in your business, a lot of the problems that we're trying to solve is because we're trying to do something, and whatever it is we're trying to do isn't working quite the right way. So systems being how you get something done. If that's not working well and you have a problem, you can then apply systems thinking to understand what's not working and make some improvements on how you can get more out of that system, where that problem exists, get down to the root cause, make the changes that you need to so that that system doesn't have that problem anymore. The next area or point that I want to talk about is around scaling your business. This is another one of the most common use cases when I get involved helping folks. They come to me because they want to scale their business. They're not quite sure the best approach to doing that. Systems thinking allows you to actually scale your business. So when you think about when you start out, you've got your business and you're doing everything yourself, and you can be really inefficient. You don't really need to focus a lot on having everything super organized. Your business isn't that big, and you're able to handle the volume and the inefficiency because you just don't have that much going on. When you try and grow your business, that's where your inefficiencies really start to impact your ability to grow. And without getting rid of those inefficiencies, you're going to have a really difficult time doing more and more with your business. You're going to have to bring new systems in. You're going to have to bring in more complicated systems than you've had in the past to really grow and scale your business to whatever size you want to take it to. So thinking about, I want to scale my business, that's another great example for applying systems thinking to get that done. The next example we'll talk about is increasing profits. So if you're at a point where you just want to make more money, looking at increasing profits, systems thinking is a great way to do that. Okay. And really, this is all about efficiency. So I want to do just a little bit of a sidebar on efficiency here, because that is a term that I think is widely misused or misunderstood. People don't really understand what efficiency is. It's used in a lot of different ways. And again, just making sure we're talking the same language and thinking about things the same way. Let me do a little bit of a sidebar here to really define efficiency as it relates to systems thinking. Now, let's talk about a manufacturing process. Let's say we're making cars. Okay. And we've got a process in our system of making cars. And in that process, we take raw materials like steel and glass and rubber. And through our process, we turn those materials into outputs, into cars. Okay. So that's kind of the basics of what we're thinking about, where we're at. We've got inputs, raw materials. We've got a process, take those raw materials, turn them into a car. We've got outputs that are the car. When we talk about efficiency, efficiency is a ratio of how much is coming into your system and how much is coming out. Okay, so a system can be efficient, or we can improve the efficiency of a system by improving that ratio. So if it takes us 1,000 pounds of steel to make a car today, there are a couple of different ways we could think about improving the efficiency of that. If we were to make 2 cars with that 1,000 pounds of steel, we have improved the efficiency of our system because we are making more with the same number of inputs that we've always had. Okay, so that's one way we could think about it. Another way we could think about improving the efficiency is we could make that 1 car with 800 pounds of steel. So we're actually reducing our inputs, but still getting the same output. So that's another way to think about efficiency in a system, is fewer inputs coming in to still get you the same outputs that you've always gotten. The third way to think about efficiency in a system is reducing the time that it takes you to actually produce that good. So you'll have the same number of inputs coming in, the same number of outputs, but you're able to do that in a faster manner, which is ultimately going to reduce your costs. You've got less electricity going into the manufacturing process. You've got less labor happening. You're able to get that same result and spend less. So when we talk about using systems thinking to improve profits, efficiency is really key there. We're really talking about making your system more efficient so that you get more revenue and you have less costs going into that system. Another example of where systems thinking can really help you out in your business is around developing new products. And there are a couple of ways you can think about that. One, think about the experience of your customer. When your customer gets your product, they're going to be doing something, right? So again, we know system is how we do something. They are using a system when they use your product. They're trying to do something, whether it's learn new information, whether it's you sell lawnmowers and they're cutting their grass, whatever it is that you sell, there is some system that involves your customer actually using your product. So you can use systems thinking to think through, what is their experience? How are they using the product? What do they need? What do they already have? What do they need to know, etc., so that they can actually get value out of using what it is you sell. The other way to think about systems in developing new products is you're going to need a system to deliver that product to your customer. Once they buy whatever it is you sell, you've got to somehow get that to them, whether it's a digital product or a physical product. You've got to have some delivery mechanism. So thinking through, I'm building this new product. You might be able to leverage existing systems in your business if you're building a product that's similar to one you already sell. So if you sell digital products and you've got a website and that's how you distribute your material, building another digital product is going to be pretty easy for you. You don't have to put a lot of time and energy into that. But if you've got digital products today and you're now shifting into the world of physical products, you're going to really have to think through a new system to deliver a new type of product to your customers. So 2 different ways you can use systems thinking when you are developing a new product. And the last way I want to cover today that you can really use systems thinking in your business is around improving any part of your business. Doesn't matter if it's broken or not, doesn't matter what part of the business is. Again, you hear me say that a lot because it's an important point to reinforce. There's not a boundary for where systems thinking can't help you. If you're doing something, it can help you. So if you want to improve any part of your business, you can use systems thinking to get that done. You want better accounting, you want faster accounting, you want better product delivery, you want better hiring processes, anything that you want to improve, even if it's not necessarily broken today, you just want it to be better. You can go in, think about systems, use the methodologies and mental models to improve systems, and you can get more out of that part of your business. So that's really the introductory answer to that question. There's obviously a lot more we could cover, but want to keep this a reasonable amount of time. Gives you some of the most common answers to when you should be using systems thinking. Again, the short answer is always. You should always be thinking about it. But now you've got some practical examples where you're trying to do things in your business and you can actually stop and say, hey, wait, this is what Brian said. I should be thinking about systems here. Go ahead and apply what you've learned and make use of that, make some great systems. So what's next at this point? Couple of things that you could take on. The introductory to systems thinking for entrepreneurs course is available on my site. It gives you 45 minutes of diving into what is systems thinking and what are some of these tools and mental models and ways to think about systems in your business. How do you benefit from that? So check that out if you haven't. Another thing is every week I'm covering topics related to systems thinking and process improvement in your business. If you haven't done so already, go to my website, www.optimizeforoutcomes.com. Sign up for the mailing list. I don't spam. I just don't. I'm all about sharing value and making your life easier. So go ahead and sign up there and get weekly information on systems thinking and how to use that to improve elements of your business. And as always, if you have questions, if something wasn't very clear and you just want some more information to better understand what I've shared with you today, you can email me at brian@optimizeforoutcomes.com. Thanks, and I will see you online.